Welcome back, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and today we're playing the actual best deck in Standard. This is the deck I would play if I wanted to win the highest percentage of games over an infinite period of time. It's not Mono Red, it's Bant. It's got all the best cards in Standard. If you ignore Mono Red for a second in terms of considering what are the best cards in Standard, because it's a little bit harder to judge, like is Monstrous Rage in the top 5? I don't know, maybe. But if we look at everything that's not Mono Red, these are the best 5 cards in Standard. Of the Beanstalk, number 1. Best draw engine in the game right now. Number 2, probably Get Lost. Just insanely flexible. For 2 mana, instant, destroy any creature, but also get all enchantments, including your opponent's Leyline Bindings, to get your stuff back, and just slap on Planeswalker for free. And the upside is they get 2 map tokens. This is way better than the Fateful Absence from last year, because then they get a token they could sack for 2 mana, just draw a card. Anyone can use that. The map tokens, you actually have to have creatures around to use, and it's not a guaranteed hit. So, insanely flexible and powerful card. Number 3, probably between Leyline Binding and Sunfall. Probably has to go to Sunfall. It's just incredible at what it does, and answers a lot of different things, including some of the Oculus stuff, which has to get exiled. Number 4, I think we go with Binding. Probably not higher, because unless you're running Dedicated Domain, it's not really, well, it's definitely not a 1-drop. It's really a 4-drop. It's really turn 4, you can slam the Overlord, get the tapped everywhere land, and that final white source you have open can then be a 1-mana Binding, which takes anything. So very, very good. And then the 5th slot has got to be a card to deal with Mono Red. And so the question is, what is the best 1-drop to deal with Mono Red? Is it Elspeth's Smite? No, because they have to be attacking, and it only deals 3 damage. And actually these days, in higher ranks, Mono Red players are smart enough to pump their creature before they enter combat when you have 1 white open, because they know to play around this. It's not this. It's probably not cut down because the power gets pumped up. Disfigure is up there. The -2/-2 is good, and at least blunts the damage, and often can kill stuff. Torch Tower, probably similar to Disfigure in power level, but does have some flexibility. You can hit Planeswalkers and maybe get the Scry. But the number 1 answer to Mono Red in terms of 1-drops is Into the Floodmaw. Just bounce it. Send it back. Doesn't matter how much they pump it. It doesn't die. It doesn't get death triggers. There's no manifest creature created. Just send it all back and have them try again. This is the best interactive piece. And it's in blue. So that's interesting. If you already know you're playing green for Up the Beanstalk and white for all of the insane removal, and blue ends up being the best interactive piece for Mono Red, you're very close to just assuredly playing Bant. And then kind of the final question is in the 2-drop slot, because this is where I think black has some edge, right? Like there are some excellent 2-drops in black, including Anoint with Affliction. It's got the exile part for all the Oculus stuff. Go for the Throat, incredibly flexible spell. Virtue Persistence, very good removal spell. Like these are all very good reasons to play black. But Horned Whale, same as in the Floodmaw, just the best answer to red, basically. Instead of destroying it, instead of getting those death triggers, instead of messing around with any of that, just put it back. Have everything fall off. That's it. And it doubles on the backside as having a 6-mana Flash Whale that triggers Up the Beanstalk again. So it's Bant. It's gotta be Bant. This has gotta be the best deck in Standard. 3 drops, we got 3 of the Overlords. Helps you ramp you into your Sunfall, makes the bindings very cheap. Combines with the Beanstalk to give you that draw engine. Overlord, I'm pretty convinced at this point, and I've said it before, that so many games just come down to who has Up the Beanstalk first. And so only having 4 draw engines doesn't feel like enough, because if your opponent hits it on 2 and you don't, it just feels like you're so far behind. And so I played around with other draw engines, just trying to shove in like a random Caretaker's Talent, trying to shove in a Calyx just to get more value. But Overlord is kind of the answer to that. 3 mana, draw 2, discard. Maybe draw a 3rd card off the Beanstalk. It's very good. And you need a little bit more to make sure you can keep up with your opponents when they're the one with the Beanstalk and you're not. 3 steps ahead we'll get to. This is one of the only cards I think could be cut. The final thing that is... well, we'll do this first real quick. Counterspell, very good. Good to have late game. It's not necessary. I think 1 is totally fine. Mistmoors, I'm always trying to cut this card. The only reason it's really in there is it helps fill out the curve a bit and combos with the Beanstalk to get the card draw. But the ultimate reason that Bant is better than the other color combinations is that we have Jace, the ultimate win con. So many games, it's back and forth. Everyone's got all the Get Lost and all the Bindings and all the Sunfalls, and it just happens over and over and over. And it's very often that I get to 30 cards in what seems like only a couple turns. Like in reality, it's longer than that, but most games I get down to 30 cards, and you're just so close to Jacing someone at that point. I think every time I'm in the mirror, I'm always afraid. I'm always wondering, oh man, do they have Jace? Are they playing Jace? Are they just going to Jace mill me? Like, I could win the long game, but I'm drawing all these cards off the Beanstalk. This is the thing I'm afraid of the most. And so having 1 Jace in there as the ultimate win con to just dome the opponent, either to straight up -5 for that mill 15, or -4 and then bounce it with the 1 Soul Partition, which takes a slot from the Whale, to bring it back and run it back, I think is the ultimate win con in the mirror, because those games go really long. It's good. It's what I would play if I wanted to win the highest percentage of games over time. If I wasn't rushing to Mythic, then you just play mono red because the games are faster. This is what I play. The only things I consider changing, only cards I consider changing would be maybe you could cut a counterspell. You could cut the Overlord if you found something better to do with it, and you could maybe play around with the mana base a little bit. I'm not convinced you need the Mirex or the Restless Anchorage because you just have so much else. Maybe it's just better to have regular lands in there. I could be convinced. Everything over here is like all the cards that could be played in Standard that are good. Like you could shove in a Calyx over at 3 steps ahead, but for the most part, this is the package, baby. It's Bant. It answers mono red. It's got all the draw engines. It's got the Sunfall. It's got the win con in the mirror. It's got it all. Enjoy the gameplay. Let's dive right in. On the play with a little bit of interaction, and otherwise a whole lot of nothing for a long time. I think you mulligan this. We have the Beanstalk. The Beanstalk is good. Surveil Land's tough. I think we keep this. And I guess put back the Binding here? It'd be down to 3 mana? Down to 4 mana. Yeah, I think you put back the Binding here. Alright, we begin to open up Flood Maul in case we need it. Duress. I can take my Beanstalk? I think that's what I would take. Oh! I hate you. Alright, so now we're really doing a whole lot of nothing. We need double blue to get the flip it's going. It's not blue, so it's goodbye. We continue to do nothing. The opponent also does nothing. We really need that blue to get the flip it's going. Overlord, okay. Could bounce that at some point. It's a blue, it's a fast land. Alright. Maybe we'll take out some basics. We don't need too many. Overlord. Okay. Make some tokens. It's fine. We could bounce one now. Might not get too much better than that. Because we're going to be a little bit bottlenecked on blue for a while. I think this is okay. Slows them down just a bit. We might need more time to figure things out. Alright, definitely starting this game on the back foot. Mull to 6. Plus missing lands. I mean, the whales are okay. This coming turn, we'd have 4 mana. Maybe been the Flood Maul. Yeah. Let's do that. 5th land. It's a good card. We don't have up the Beanstalk, though. But it's an okay card. I don't think I want to throw it away. Do nothing. Alright. Well, it's a Haunt Woods plus whale turn here. No creatures for them to remove. Maybe their hand is all go for the throat type things. At some point, we're going to need to get lost one of these guys. One of their overlords. I guess it's not quite yet, but it's coming. The time is coming. I guess it is now, actually. Who's worse? Baelmerk draws him into more, which is kind of a pain in the ass. We can just sweep this Overlord. Maybe the Baelmerk needs to go here. Although the Mistmoors could block our attacking Flood Pits. I think we're going to kill the Flood Pits immediately, though. Maybe it's you, actually. Let's keep the flyers away. Maybe we attack with the Anchorage. Maybe we get the map tokens. Maybe that's one way we get back in the game. Oh, baby. That's huge. That's a huge draw for us. We really need that draw engine. Now we've got one and they don't. This is big. We go again. We net even off the mulligan and now we're one ahead. Okay. Good turn. Making progress here. Best card in Standard, maybe. Yeah, we can do this. I mean, it's fine. I wonder if they kill their own creature in response. Get rid of one of our whales. That'd be interesting. No, they let it go. That's kind of nice. I guess they need all the removal. Ooh, bring it back. All right, let's go. It's secretly the reanimation deck. I guess that makes a lot of sense. We need the Sunfall. We want to dig towards the Sunfall. So taking away this Overlord is actually probably a good start. And I really want to dig to the Sunfall right now. We're going to flip our Flood Pits soon. What happens if we don't hit Sunfall, you know? Maybe we have to take this one. I don't think we can handle that many flyers. So I guess we're taking this. Ideally, we hit Sunfall right now. It'd be kind of a lot to ask for, but we do get multiple draws. Oh, baby. Never didn't have it. Now I don't need to take any of the creatures. I'm going to take a freaking map token. That's right, buddy. You know what that means. Yeah, you should be trembling. It ain't getting better for you. That's what we call a comeback off the mulligan. I do think we'll maybe take out some more basics. Maybe one's enough. Maybe two. Alright, I feel like that should about do it. That was a huge swing for us. They should have 4 Go for the Throats in hand, so like, Flip Hits is not going to stick around, but that's okay. Bitter Triumph, yeah. They discard that card. Alright. Okay, game on. This thing... Let's see. Sack 3 non-land permanents. We could do that without too much trouble. A card you didn't control you put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, exile instead. During your turn, you may cast cards exile with it. You cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its mana. Okay. I mean, we could sack the useless binding and the 2/2. And like a Merrick's token or something if we really need to target this thing. But first we need something to target it with. So, most efficient draw is probably just to play some Hauntwoods out and look for something to kill this thing. Obviously we can just bounce it and sack some stuff too. But let's begin here. 3 mana draw 2. Soul Petition. That's pretty nice actually. That's as clean as answer as any. And we can sack the 4/4, the Binding, and one of the Overlords maybe. We don't have an untapped land. Don't need more land. Oh, they get it. Is that an incentive to do this now? They could play the Binding at instant speed, I guess? If we don't do this now, I think we kind of have to do this now. What if we make a creature land? 3. We could do that. We could give him a creature land. Let's see. Hold on. 3 non-land permanents. No, we can't do that. Yeah, I think we do this now. I'm sure. Resolve. So it'll be you, and I like the Beanstalks, honestly. Let's get rid of one of the Overlords. That's not about to flip. Alright, those guys go away, and somehow we still have 3 mana open, so we'll get out another of these guys. Keep drawing up. I think I'm fine with that outcome. It's an 11 mana card. We have a counterspell now. Seems just fine. Flip an Overlord. They should have more removal in hand, I would think. And is there even... No, there's no creatures down there. Belmerk. Okay. Mill Aloran. And another Valgavoth. So that's coming back at some point. Get back Aloran. Not enough mana. Game's not over at all. We are thinking about that Jace Wincon though. 34 cards left. Counterspell's good. Whales are okay as well. Let's just take the draw to start. We have 31 cards left. I don't really know how good attacking here is. But I don't want them to be able to attack either. I don't think they'll block if we attack. And we're going to whale them, I guess. We could probably take a single whale here. Just to draw. I don't know if they're going to run Sunfall. Triple draw. We're looking for that Jace win at this point, I think. Counterspell's not that bad. There's a Sunfall, which could be good. We have 3 mana open. We don't need anything else, so we'll play one of our fast lands out. This one's fine. I guess we'd block the Belmerk? Maybe we wouldn't. Maybe we just put it on top. 8 mana. They get hard cast. I think the original Vlagoth was Right of the Moth. Bring back this guy. This is the counter here. Counter target spell. They can run it back next turn, but we have another counter for that too. Ooh, they get it. All right. So this is the Sunfall turn, I guess. So we could attack with everything, but then they'd be able to reanimate the Overlord, which I don't love. 26 cards versus 33. We still got the Jace plan on the mind. Yeah, I think it's just the regular Sunfall. We could get the extra land off the Overlord. I think it's just better to exile everything, though. I don't think the upside is big enough. Let's do this. Triple draw, looking for Jace. Okay, not bad. 7 mana open. Seems like quite a lot. Let's do this. I don't know if we're going to need anything. I guess that's it for turn. We could power up this guy and get in there. I don't think that's that bad. Oh, this guy had, my bad. Yeah. Sorry, running out of time here. Okay, sorry about that. Just trying to think this all through correctly. Lauren, destroy artifact or enchantment. That's kind of fine. Just let that go. Yeah, that's okay. I'm not really worried about that. Yeah, it's okay. I guess we could play a big whale here. That's not so bad. Triple draw again. We're getting low. I guess we just beat him to death the old-fashioned way. We get lost to Lauren. Maybe try not to draw too much more at this point. I think now we're changing strategies from Jace to just beating them down here. They only have 1 card in hand. I think they basically have nothing good in the graveyard. Hit him hard. Maybe whale again. Hold a counterspell. Play out some more lands. That's it for now. We could always get lost our own Beanstalk if we were really worried about that. Been another fast land. Opponent's out of 10. 2 cards in hand. Nothing amazing to reanimate, I'd say. They want to get back Lauren. Kill a Beanstalk? Can they kill the 4/4? I guess we can counter that, because that's basically game, I think, if we counter this. We can also create a copy of something. Should about do it. Even if they have a removal spell. That could get to the ward. Get there. Okay, kind of interesting. For a while I was thinking Jace, you know, long game, grind him out, but once we got rid of our exile bounce spell, we weren't going to double Jace them, and so they were a little bit ahead of us in terms of cards, so we switched to the aggro strategy at the end. On the play, bounce, card draw, double Sunfall. I think you keep it. It does okay against mono red. Is Dave from 2002 playing mono red? He's got the mouse. Maybe it's all, he's got double mouse sleeves. I don't know. Begin with the creature land. It is red. He is true to name. We got the Flood Maw though. We're ready to go here. We will need double blue next. Maybe it would have been good to play green. Maybe they'd play differently if we thought we were banned versus Azorius Control. Let's see how touchy they are. Emberheart Challenger. Okay. Now it's the hasty creature or the 1/1? I guess you pounce the haste creature. Because Target gives them card draw in case they're missing lands. Just 1. Fast land on white. Overlord here. Need some interaction. We're not getting it. We can discard one of the fast lands. Maybe this one. We'll be able to Sunfall on time if we're alive. Hopefully Beanstalk can get us another interactive piece just to stem the gap a little bit. They hit their land anyway. Oh my gosh. Mabel, Heir to Cragflame. Never seen this card. 3 mana, 3/3. Other mice you control get +1/+1. When it enters, create a colorless artifact equipment token. named Cragflame. Equip creature plus applause, vigilance, trample, and haste. Vigilance, trample, and haste. Equip for 2. That's so much text. We hit even more land here. So I want to do this. This can be white or green, so we're okay. Let's begin here. We are looking to Sunfall. Nice. All right. So we just need white, so either of these is fine, basically. That was good. We want this. They're playing white, so they could have hexproof. Let's see if they equip first. Takes a lot of mana. If they want to play out the 2/2 haste, that's 2. If they want to equip it, that's another 2. So we're just looking to see if they hold up in 1 white for protection. 4 mana for that mouse. Okay, that's not so bad then. They do Offspring. There's going to be a lot of double strike coming around, but that's just how it is. 2 combat, yeah. So I guess both these guys will be equivalently... No, we take out Mabel because that'll reduce the Heartfire by a little bit. Yeah. And then we Sunfall. Cool. What a badass artwork. So we do take this out. We could take 12 here and then Sunfall, but they have the hasty creature. So we take you out and drops the hero down to a 2/2 double striker, which is a little bit less of an issue. Hit the untap land. Hit the Sunfall. We are down to 13. Game's not over. If we can survive this next turn of haste, we should be able to lock it away. We'll have the Overlord flipping. We'll have Get Lost. We have a 3/3 token to block with. So if they go like land, haste creature, triple, you know, Monstrous Rage, whatever, we could still lose here. 2 mana open. Sheltered by Ghost. Take one of our permanents. But we get back the Overlord if they take the Overlord. Maybe they take the token? Questionable. Questionable decision. We get it back as a creature now. Another land. What's this card? Rabid Gnaw. I mean, I love... They're doing all... They got the sleeves, they got the artwork. Like, they're really doing a great job here. So it's 4 for Get Lost. Could have 2 open still, which is maybe actually worth it. We could also simply Get Lost the enchantment, which is interesting that we'd have 4 left over. I think getting rid of the enchantment isn't bad here. Let's take Shelter by Ghosts. We get the creature half. We get the draw discard. We can bin some fast lands. Yeah, one of these can go. We have Flood Maw, which is fantastic now. We can get down a fast land or the Murex. I will probably power up the tokens. Let's get down the fast land here. And we're sitting quite pretty. We've drawn a lot of land this game, but haven't gotten too punished for it yet. The next turn, if we attack with the Flood Pits, then we get the draw discard, which is very good. You let that resolve. I mean, they'll hit lands for a while. And full mouse, okay. Sheltered by Ghosts on top, but they have no way to draw into it. Hero, okay. Mouse, okay. So we just survived this turn in Sunfall. Offspring 2. Yeah, so it'll be a 3/3 double striker. We'll just bounce that, and it's okay. We could also just block with the Flood Pits, right? Depends how much we really want that draw discard on our turn before we Sunfall. I think we could just chump block with the 3/3. That's not so bad. And get a nice sweep off. I think that's good. No trample, no mana open. Just take this block. My move. Whale, excellent card. Attack, draw, discard. Bin some land, and then Sunfall away. Cavern of Souls we don't need. We almost don't need Murex, but our mana's so good at this point, we can maybe get rid of the Verge anyway. Ah, sorry, just one. Yeah, we'll go to Cavern of Souls. Okay. Sunfall, draw a card, leave open blue here. We can get down Murex, still have everything open. Nice. Mabel, okay. Map token, how do we feel about that? Bouncing it right now means they can't play anything, can they? Which isn't so bad. We could even soul partition this, I think. Warlord's nice. Play it out for the full 5. Still have a ton of interaction. Hold everything. We don't need to attack them with the 5/5. We have the Flood Maul, we have the Whale. They should scoop at some point. Swordmaster Offspring. That's cool. I love what they're doing. I love they have all the sleeves, they have all the mice, they went full in on it. They're playing a good game. Dave 2002 is a solid Magic player. Okay, I don't really want to bounce this as much. I think we'll let that one go. More Swordmasters on top. Interesting. Let's see what they want to take here. We can still bounce pretty easily. I guess, I mean, they want to take the Overlords and they can't attack anyway. Bouncing is just awkward. I think I'd rather do this beforehand. Then we can power up the 5/5, maybe start attacking to victory. Alright, let's make the 5/5. It's up to Beanstalk. Sunfall's fine. Should be okay just doing the whale things. Nobody's got haste, right? I think just having the whale alone should be sufficient. Down to 8. Hopefully that wasn't too greedy. I mean, we didn't need to do that. I'm kind of looking to wrap up the game. We didn't need to do that, but we know what the top card is as well. None of these guys have haste. This can give something haste. We still have the whale to go. Map token. We also have the creature land. Cavern Soul's Mouse. With their offspring. We can bounce and still play out the whale after. And take the double draws. Jace. Don't need you this matchup. You're good though. We can copy something. We can Sunfall. We can attack and then Sunfall or something. Yeah, good game. Dave, best Magic player I've ever played online. You got the sleeves, you got the theme, you got the mouse tribe, you did the thing, you played a good game, you weren't salty. Grade A player. On the play. Man, this is like pseudo keepable. I think I'm going to keep it, but it is a little slow for sure. I think we start with the Surveil land. Try to hit a playable 2-drop. It's a good card. It bridges us a bit. I'm going to keep that. And then we'll get down the tap land next turn. Means no Flood Maw early. Looks like they're not going to punish us for that. So it's just you, do nothing, and then Hauntwoods. Kind of a weird start. Demolition Field on black. Duress. Okay. Non-creature, non-land. So I guess it's the binding then. Beanstalk is good. So good that I think you play that out first and maximize your card draw. So we'll go here, and then maybe the Mistmoors next turn. All the Overlords in the house. Unstoppable Slasher. It's not an awful bounce target if we want to tap out this turn. If they're mono black demons, I think it's fine. Just slow them down a little bit. We're just looking to outdraw them, basically. Let's send it back. Get lost? Okay. So we're good on land this turn, so I think we just are mana efficient. Draw a card. Keep the cards moving. If we don't have land next turn, we can flip it and try to draw discard into it. Archfiend. That's a get lost target. If we're greedy, we can draw a discard. I don't think it's that greedy. So you're blue. You're also blue. And the other two are the same, I guess. Forester Plains, we got that, right? Yeah. Okay. So let's take the draw discard. Almost certainly hit a land. Doesn't have to be an untapped land. It's a fast land. Let's try again. We do not hit it. Alright, that's actually pretty sad. Counterspell could be good, but we can just chump block this turn, so it's not a big deal. Probably been one of the Hauntwoods. Just one's enough. Fast land, no attacks, hang out. Not the end of the world. Archfiend Part 2. What if we just chump block this for a couple turns? And then, we just let him immolate, self-immolate off of that? Or we can Sunfall, like, we have plenty of options here, I think. We do lose a lot of life off of that. Actually, I'm not liking that so much. I mean, we kind of just lose if they go nuts with blockers. We have to be a little bit careful, I think. One Beanstalk draw is maybe okay. And we hold open Get Lost for one of these things. We don't have as much space as we think we do. Maybe it's this Overlord, actually, and ramp to get a little bit more mana going. Hold a single Get Lost. I think we're going to want that everything land. Okay, it's a good draw. We don't have the next untapped land, but it's good enough for now. So we go fast land here. Hold a single Get Lost. We need to not die. No attacks. We should be able to get through this turn. Unless they have, like, the Bloodletter Demon that doubles the damage. That'd be interesting. Bloodletter Demon plus a removal spell? It's a lot of Demolition Fields. They might not have enough black for all that. Manual taps. They want a Demolition Field something? Nowhere to run. They're going to kill our creature. That's okay. I guess in response, we should kill one of these first, right? Because, yeah, before they get that trigger. So we'll kill you. And then this one dies, and then we get that single trigger. So he drops to 13. Doubling the damage doesn't kill us. That's not so bad. Still no Sunfall. We're going to flip the Mistmoors. I guess we don't have the, down to 7. Sunfall would be awesome. Get Lost is okay. I kind of just want to draw into Sunfall. We don't have enough mana to do it, though. I think Overlords is maybe good. Just get a big draw discard. Try to hit one more answer here. Let's do this for 3. Cool. Untapped land isn't bad. I think we can get rid of the fast land and just try to keep it in land organically. This is actually pretty good here. We can have 5 mana open. So we can get lost the Archfiend and counter something, basically. Or whale the 2/3, I guess, something like that. I think it's okay. And again, we flip the Mistmoor, so we have a blocker. Okay, this is not what we counter. I think you just let this go. We do lose 2 life. If we were really gutsy, we could copy it and make the flying blockers and have them self-immolate, but it's not worth it. Oh, we probably should have done that in response, I guess. Whoops, my bad. Okay, so we can destroy the Slasher. I think I'd rather destroy the Archfiend. Even though it's expensive, we can counter it on the way back down. I think I'd rather do it this way. And just whale the Slasher away. Map tokens are only sorcery speed. They're not instant. People always try to do that. Put it back on top. Alright, that's fine. I wonder if they're going to make a fish attacker. Make a fish and then map token. No, do nothing. Alright, Beanstalk to start. Yeah, we do the cheap Overlord's good too. Auto pay is fine. Draw up. We'll have 4 mana this turn to get lost, I guess, or counter. I guess we don't really need all 4, so we can play another fast land here and just hold one or the other options. We'll also flip one of our blockers, which is good. 34 cards left to 46. Let's see if they have removal for this. They make a fish. It's interesting. So do you counter this? It's not a bad counter target. I think we go for this here. They also only have one black left. I think it's about as good a target as any. Remove this, that's fine. We get in for 1 point of fish damage. They do get they could get up to 2 damage here. I didn't think about that. They could get up to 2 more damage here. Oh no. It's a card on top, they can do it again. Alright, it's 3 damage off the fish. They put it in the grave though. Huh, okay. I guess they're not looking to find lethal this turn. Alright, we can kill that enchantment though. Down to 2. So what does this mean? We just kill the demon? And not the enchantment? I'm trying to figure out, is there incentive to draw now off the whale? We'd have 4 mana open, which isn't bad. We're going to get another blocker here anyway, so I guess we don't need to do that just now. I don't think there's a big incentive to do that just now. Can maybe do it on their turn. Enters tapped unless it's your turn. If we do it now, actually, then it doesn't come in tapped. Gives us 1 extra blocker to play with. Okay. Let's leave open the rest of the options. Flip a Hauntwoods. So they just can't end the turn with the demon. And I don't think they have enough black mana to do everything they want. Oh, they do. So create the 6/6 demon, and I guess we let them invest. At the beginning of your end step. We should be able to do that before end step, right? So we can either kill the demon, or we can sorry, we can do this now. I think we can do this. We can bounce the demon token pretty easily. Scoop. Bant, baby. So strong. Well, the draw looks very reasonable. We can keep this. White. Okay. So you're green. And you're white. So if we want to hold blue, it's got to be you. Just in case. Orzhov. Ah. Reanimator. Okay. Definitely not bouncing you. I guess we're taking 2 for a while. And land. Okay. Alright, you can be green as well for the Beanstalk this turn. No unnecessary pain land damage. Sunfall's going to be really good against them. Flood Maul, maybe. If they reanimate an expensive thing, we can bounce it and it'll be many, many turns till they can try again. We're going to take 2 for a while, though. So, we go fast land here. Overlord. Do the draw thing. They haven't discarded anything yet. We'll see if they can go discard on our turn right into Reanimator. That'll be interesting. What are you going to do for 3 mana? Nothing. Okay, that's not so bad. Cheap Binding's good. Like, we have a lot of answers. I think we're lining up just fine. At some point, I do want to kill the 2/1 doll, but it's not high on my priority list. Alright, it's an Overlord. Okay, this will be a long game. So how do we want to get there? Sunfall now is a little premature, but it's not awful. It does take the heat off for a bit, draws us a card. We could also burn some of the Flood Maws now, because at some point, we're going to want to Sunfall something. And the Flood Maws, mostly good against the tokens. I think it's fine to take the first Sunfall here. We have a long way to go this game. Let's just clear the board. I don't want to get in a position where we actually are pretty low. We let them get away with too much. Like, we have a lot of interaction. Overlord Part 2, sure. A lot of Flood Maw. So we could flood and get another Overlord down. It's basically okay with me. Let's begin here. Murex could be good this game. If we're just going double Flood Maw, we can get down the creature land this turn, I think. Let's try that. I guess they'll be able to get lost our bindings. Yeah, I think these Flood Maws are fine. Cheap removal. And they might not have too many better targets. We really want to be careful with binding. We bind in their thing, they get lost our enchantment, they get back the creature half. Like, that's a lot to deal with. Alright, ticking down. Murex is good. Anchorage is interesting. They'd probably kill that. What else do we want to do? Basically, we're going to get lost the Mistmoors this turn. I think we'll see a removal spell on the Anchorage if we burn it now. It's kind of an interesting win con, though. I think we can start to force them to do this. Could go untap land and also get this guy going. Yeah, we could use the mana to get lost one of these things now, which isn't that bad, but I think I'd rather do it on their end step. I don't want to give them the map token to use on something else. So we just let this go. They're only down to one card left. It's a pretty good place for us to be. At the beginning of the game, I was thinking it might be a bit tighter, but now I feel very in control. And as long as we're careful with the binding, it is just a straight up draw one off the beanstalk, so if we can binding a random target, it's still good. Scoop, yeah. We're just too far ahead in cards already. Yeah, it's a good deck. Bant is the way, baby. On the play, I like it. We keep this. Into the Flood Maw and the Beanstalk. Go fast land here. Just gotta hit a little bit more land, but we certainly run plenty. It's mono red. We came prepared. Think you let this one go this turn? Try to Beanstalk. Another fast land. It's on green. We don't have to Beanstalk. Let's just Whale or Get Lost or Flood Maw. We're doing just fine here. I'm happy to take one. Whale's pretty good here. I don't mind taking one, but Whale's very good. And I think I'd rather do that now than waste Get Lost. Alright, Slingshot. Cool, we have Beanstalk plus into the Flood Maw. Just need blue open, which we got. Setting up for Sunfall soon. Overlord to bridge the gap, maybe. Oh, they're going for the big Slingshot turn. Well, we have all the interaction. So basically just sit here and do nothing this turn. Hold Get Lost and Flood Maw. Next turn could go Overlords and hold Flood Maw. Scamp, okay. Don't want to destroy that. Ideally bounce that one. Okay. It is an opportunity to get lost this now, which isn't bad, because we want to Overlord this next turn. Just in terms of making sure we're doing stuff every turn. I think we get losses now. They could pump it. We could get burned for 4 damage here. That's one fewer burn spell to go with a Slick Shot. Or pump spell, rather. They do get the token. Well, in that case... Man, how good is bouncing it? Versus leaving them with a 2/2 token. We could just be dead to the Slick Shot, though. But we'll have Sunfall next turn. I'm going to bounce this. No 2/2. No pump spell, no damage. We got the land for Sunfall, which means we also can bind this turn, which is pretty good. 3 here, leave open white. And we also would have green if we needed it. So this should be just fine on colors. Take the draw. Surveil land. We can get that down here and still hold open the binding. Don't need you. Alright, let's go. Hasty boy. Okay. Bind away. A little bit too much land here. Not super what you want to see. kind of only have the whale. Hold everything open, as if we have something. We don't. We could whale for 6 into a flood maw or another binding. Scam comes down, that's good. That's slow. They're not going for the slick shot combo yet. They're too afraid. Little do they know we have nothing. Alright, here comes a whale. That's big. Binding, beautiful. Could have answered it. If we needed to, we could have. I think we hold on here for a big slick shot turn. That's a good card to slam too. Slam and hold steady. It's a lot of flying blockers as well. Still holding binding. We got double sunfall, though probably overkill at this point. I don't even think we attack yet. We probably could actually at this point. We have blockers for they could pick off one of the 1/1s. Or the 2/1s. Maybe that's a bad idea to attack. Let's see if they block here. Yeah, they do. That's okay. So we got one fewer flying blocker, but we have one to go with one slingshot, and we have a binding to go with another one. That's annoying. There'd be 3 damage somewhere. I think you let that one go. We got the ground blocker still. Let them do as they will. Yeah, we probably didn't need to attack there. Let's see if it's slick shot time. Slick shot 1. Slick shot 2. Let's see it. 2 blocks. Block, block, block. What do you got? 2 mana open only. Rage there. Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't get much worse than that. Yeah, we'll go ahead and bind this one. Flood Maw's great. What else you got? Shock face. It's not enough. They're running shock. We have 14 damage here. And we actually don't have that much else gas. Like, we have a good Flood Maw, which is nice. On the play, looks fantastic. We keep it. Alright, we begin with the Surveil. It's interaction, but we kind of already have that part covered. Like an Overlord would be a good thing to fill out this hand. It's black. It's black aggro, the 1-drop. When you commit a crime, you pay black. If you do, return your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay. Fast land on green. I think we just Beanstalk here to start. It's some pressure, but not crazy pressure just yet. Playing the forest discounts this down to 3 as well. At some point. The bat. Well, you get one of our removal spells, but not both. Take the binding. Down to 18. Flood Maw's fine. Get one of these fast lands down. We'll get lost for someone. I don't know how I feel about killing this miner. I think we kill the bat here instead, honestly. Miner feels like it's going to keep coming back. Let's save a point of damage here. I'll just take 2. Ideally binding the miner. I don't think we even bounce it necessarily right now. We could bounce it in response to the map token if we really want to. They picked Phyrexian. It's a skeleton rogue. I guess they could recast it still. We could bounce it. What if they're stuck on land? Let's see how they like that. You cannot do the other map token in response. Sorcery speed only. They replay it. Are they stuck on land? They are maybe stuck on land. That's a good draw. They say nice. Yeah, I think we just slam the Overlord here. Get the draw going. Do the thing. Trading is okay. I guess they commit a crime and get it back. We can just take 2. We still want to bind in this thing, I think. Tiny Bones joins up. Any number of target players each discard a card. Whenever a legendary creature you control enters. So we could probably bend the fast land here. And be just fine. Keep all the interaction. They are down. They are stuck on land. And let's see if they can find it now. Get that map token value. Nope, no lands for you. Really low to the ground deck here. but we're going to go over the top pretty soon. We got the draw engine online. We can Overlord draw, makes the binding cheap. Whale's good in general as well. Leave open blue and ideally white, actually. I think we want this right here. Blue and white, yeah, let's do it like that. Okay, land is alright. I guess we'll name Overlord. Avatar? Yeah. And we can binding the 3/3 this turn, I guess. So we'll start to get in there. Actually, we could probably just whale away the attacker. That's probably better. Save the binding for like a Sheldred or God knows what. Demolition Fields. That's a card. Mill a card, lose a life. Okay. Beanstalk, goodbye. Yeah, I think we whale you. To the bottom. Another Beanstalk. Can't complain too much about that. More land, that's okay too. Jace. I mean, it does draw us cards. And we have the interaction. They scoop. Yeah, it's too much. We got the draw power. It's that deck. Once you start to go off with drawing, it's too much. On the play with the Beanstalk. Gorgeous opening hand here. Okay, fast lane to begin. Let's do it. Fast land, Beanstalk. Nice. Okay. I think we just take the ramp here. Card draw, we can card draw into more land next turn. Opponent thinking about something, does nothing. We got a whole lot of resources in hand. The Forge. This could be a good soul partition target. What else can we do to get rid of artifacts? Like, not a whole lot. It probably is soul partition. We could try to hit land here first, which is very likely. I think that's good with me. Let's try to hit an untapped land if we can. We could take one more turn of Forge if we had to. That's a Surveil land. And there's the untapped land, so that's good. I mean, Floodmaw is an answer to a subsequent Forge. They scoop. Yeah, they already know they can't beat this. Up the Beanstalk, double Overlords, draw engines. I'm kind of surprised they scoop even with the Forge down, because there aren't too many answers to it, but we're going to be good this game. Alright, thank you for staying to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please drop the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, if you want to see more content like this. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.